Hi, first grade. It's Miss Callie again here for your literacy lesson of the day. We are still working with our story Night and Day, but today we're going to go back in the text and we're going to use text evidence to help us answer some questions about the book. We learned so much information this week so far reading our book, and I want to see if you guys are keeping up and able to answer my questions about the book. So again, I have all the questions here. We're going to go back and find some text evidence to write a response, and you're going to be drawing pictures to show me your answers as well. Okay, let's go back into our book. Remember, I have the computer read. You need to follow along with the highlighted word. When we're done reading, then Miss Kelly will go back and show you how you might go about answering questions using text evidence. Here's our book. Remember, we had our table of contents. We had those key vocabulary terms if you need to go back. All right, I'm going to have the computer read. We're going to read through the entire story to refresh our brains, and then we'll go back and answer questions.
Introduction.
Look up at the sky. What do you see? If the sky is dark, then it is night. If the sky is bright, then it is day. Have you ever wondered why we have night and day? You will find out as you read this book.
Night. Day. Chapter 1. What can we see in the sky at night?
We often see the moon at night. The moon is a round, rocky object that moves around Earth. As the moon travels around Earth, the moon appears in different places in the sky. The moon seems to change shape each night.
Can you find the full moon in this picture? Moonwalks. 12 astronauts walked on the surface of the moon from 1969 to 1972. We can use a telescope to look more closely at the moon.
On a clear night, we may see stars in the sky. Stars are very hot. Stars glow because they make their own light. Stars seem small because they are very far away. Stars are much bigger than Earth. Many stars fill the sky. We cannot easily count all the stars.
Stars are not scattered evenly in the sky. Most meteors glow for only a few seconds. Think about it. Shooting stars are not really stars at all. Shooting stars are bits of rock that scientists call meteors. Why do you think we call meteors shooting stars? Chapter 2. What can we see in the sky during the day?
We often see the sun during the day. The sun is the nearest star to Earth. Still, the sun is very far away. The sun is much bigger than Earth. Sometimes we see the moon in the sky during the day. The moon does not make its own light. The moon reflects light from the sun.
We get light and warmth from the sun. We do not get light or warmth from the moon. Look at text structure. Description. Find the word far. The author uses this word to describe or give information about the sun. What other words does the author use to describe the sun? Chapter 3. Why do we have night and day?
Like all planets, Earth rotates or spins. Have you ever been on a merry-go-round? A merry-go-round rotates. Earth rotates once each day. When the part of Earth that we live on faces the sun, we have day. When the part of Earth that we live on faces away from the sun, we have night.
We have night and day because Earth rotates. Rotation fact. Earth takes almost 24 hours to make one complete spin. This is why one day on Earth is 24 hours long. Sun, day, night, Earth. Conclusion.
We often see the moon and stars in the sky at night. We often see the sun in the sky during the day. Earth rotates, giving us night and day.
Night. The sky is dark. We may see the moon. We may see stars. Day. The sky is bright. We often see the sun. We may see the moon.
All right, so we've done our job by going back and rereading our story, reminding our brains all that important information that we've learned so far about night and day. Now we're ready to go back and answer some questions using text evidence. All right, my amazing first graders, Miss Kelly has created a chart here to help us be able to answer these questions. So we know in the first column, Miss Kelly's put all the questions that we're going to answer today. Here, we're going to be putting our text evidence. Miss Kelly is going to help you with the first couple so that you can see how I'm able to do text evidence and restate the question. And then lastly, we're going to add some pictures to help us be able to explain fully our answers. Let's begin with the first one. My first question says, how do we know if it is night or day? Well, I'm back in my book. I know my question is, how can we tell if it is night or day? How do we know? I think when I was looking through the book, we're talking about night and day on every page, but I need to think, where did I learn the most about what it means to be night and day? And I really like the conclusion because they put an extra text feature in here. They put some captions that summarize night and day. It says, night. The sky is dark. We may see the moon. We may see stars. Day. The sky is bright. We often see the sun. To me, that matches the pictures. Night is dark. We see stars and the moon. Daytime, the sun is out and it's really bright. So I think that's what I'm going to use to help me rewrite my sentences to answer my question. Okay, so now that I've gone back and reread in the text, I want to write my answer as a complete statement. The question was, how do we know if it is night or day? I want to make sure that I'm restating the question. So I'm going to say, we know it is night or day. Let's check out what Miss Kelly wrote. I said, we know it is day when the sky is bright and we can see the sun. It is night when the sky is dark and we can see the moon and stars. Do you see how I used words from the question? We know it is day, we know it is night. I'm using the same words from the question in my response to make it a complete sentence. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to draw a picture myself on the computer, so I had to find one online, but you guys should be drawing your pictures to explain your answer. Okay, so now that I modeled the first one and we kind of have an idea what we're doing, let's move on to the second question. Miss Kelly will help you with this one, and then you guys are going to do the next three by yourselves. So my question number 2 says, how many astronauts walked on the moon? I don't remember that off the top of my head. I need to go back into the text and look, where are we talking about the moon and astronauts? Let's go see. Okay, I'm back in my book and I'm looking for where they talk about the moon and astronauts. I know we didn't talk about that in the conclusion, so I need to keep going back in the text. I remember we were talking about Earth rotating on this page. It's probably not what I'm looking for. Oh, not going to be talking about the sun or stars. Here we go. I remembered this page talked a lot about the moon. And I remember that there was a caption over here about astronauts. Let me go back and reread what it says. moonwalks. 12 astronauts walked on the surface of the moon from 1969 to 1972. Wow, I learned so many good information there about the astronauts that walked on the moon. Now I need to go back and add that into my chart with a complete sentence. Okay, so I know I have the answer in my brain. I've reread my story. I want to make my answer a complete sentence. How many astronauts walked on the moon? Well, 12 astronauts walked on the moon. But I also want to include text evidence, and they told me in the story it was from the years 1969 to 1972, so I want to add that in. And I wrote my whole sentence as 12 astronauts have walked on the moon from 1969 to 1972. All right, first grade. Miss Kelly has shown you how to go back into your text to look for text evidence, how to restate the question using words from the question, and again, I want you guys to include drawings, even though Miss Kelly wasn't able to do her drawings herself. Your job is to answer the 3 questions on your own, going back into the text. Question 1 is, how does the moon appear in the night sky? You also need to answer, why do stars seem small to us on Earth? And finally, you're going to tell me, how are the sun and moon different? And how are they similar? I can't wait to see this work, my friends. We're going to keep going to writing today, but don't forget to send me the answer to these 3 questions in your work at the end. All right, you know that we're working on our opinion writing this week. Again, I have here for us our mentor text, our exemplar work, and our anchor chart of all the components of opinion writing. Well, yesterday, we worked really hard on our opinion and matching reasons. We did the really tough work yesterday in brainstorming. This is what Miss Kelly had yesterday about why birds are amazing. But we're missing a couple things. And I want to make sure by the end of today, we have our full draft ready to go. I need to today add my title and author, my topic sentence, and my closing sentence. So that's what we're going to work on today. Now, when you're coming up with your title, this can be anything you want it to be, but you want it to be something that is going to grab your reader's attention. What's going to make them really interested in reading? What I'm going to do is I'm going to write my topic as amazing birds. Amazing birds. And I'm going to put an exclamation point because I want them to be really excited by it. And who's writing this story? Miss Kelly. When you're writing your title, you're going to say it's your name because you're the author. Okay, now I have my title ready to go. I need to do a topic sentence. Now, when we're writing a topic sentence, it's something to, again, make that reader really interested in your writing, really excited to read what you want. Now, one way that you can really draw in your reader, really hook them into your writing, is to ask a question or tell an interesting fact. I like to use a sentence stem, did you know, and I like to add something really interesting that would bring in the reader and make them excited about our writing. Something I found out about birds that I think is really interesting is there are over 10,000 types of birds. So that's what I'm going to add into my topic sentence to make that reader really excited. I'm going to say, did you know that there are over 10,000 types of birds? I bet when they see that, they're going to be really excited to keep reading more and find out more about birds. Okay, now you guys read this yesterday. In my opinion, birds are amazing. One reason is birds have hollow bones which make them able to fly. Another reason that birds are amazing is there are many kinds of birds with all different sizes and colors. For example, ducks are much bigger than hummingbirds, but they are both types of birds. I don't want to just end my writing there because it doesn't really have any kind of closure, anything to wrap up my writing. I want to make sure my reader knows that I'm done with my writing. So I need to add something that's going to wrap it up for them. The sentence stems that I've been using are either as you can see, or now you know why. My opinion statement was that birds are amazing. I'm going to add in, now you know why birds are amazing. Let me reread my whole writing and see if everything makes sense or if there's anything I need to change. Amazing Birds by Miss Kelly. Did you know that there are over 10,000 types of birds? In my opinion, birds are amazing. One reason is birds have hollow bones which make them able to fly. Another reason that birds are amazing is there are many kinds of birds with all different sizes and colors. For example, ducks are much bigger than hummingbirds, but they are both types of birds. Now you know why birds are amazing. Okay, I made sure I had my title and author. I added my topic sentence. I have my opinion that birds are amazing. I added 2 reasons and an example why birds are amazing, and we just added in that closing statement. Now I know I have all the components of a great writing piece. Today, you guys are going to do the same thing. You're going to add in your title, your topic sentence, and your closing statement so that you have a final draft like Miss Kelly ready to go. So I have here your sentence stems. When you're adding your title, it should be by. When you have your topic sentence, I included that sentence stem. It should be something like, did you know? And when you have your closing statement, there's a couple different ones you can choose from. You can say, as you can see, or now you know why. Make sure you include that closing statement to wrap up your writing so your reader knows that you're done. Tomorrow, we're going to bring these drafts with us and we're going to go back and edit them and make sure they're all perfect and ready for a final draft. I can't wait to see this writing today. Make sure you include your writing and your responses to the questions. You have a lot of work today. Keep working those brilliant, beautiful brains, first grade. I'll see you tomorrow.